Most people don't expect a pandemic to happen in their lifetime. They don't expect a virus, a disease to spread far and wide enough to affect their daily life and the daily life of whole humankind. But here we are, the year is 2020 and coronavirus has been active since the beginning of the year. By the 12th of March, it was already considered a pandemic. So it's fair to say that this has become a major issue. An event that will have a repercussion in how we see the world, in economics, in politics, maybe even in the foundation of how we experience daily life. From one moment to another, the streets are beginning to empty. The always full monuments and cities are uninhabited. The parks, once filled with lots and lots of children, are now devoid of a sound. Almost like the post-apocalyptic movies that keep on trending everywhere. Shelves are empty, people are working from home. Suddenly, the world seems to have stopped, and everyone sits on the edge of their seats, hearing and waiting, voicing their opinions. Moments of crisis bring out our deepest fears, and our primordial instincts, our needs and wants. It can show selfishness and disparity, racism, and our desperate wish for survival. It can show how we can act without thinking about others in our attempt to protect our families. All these bad things might discourage us because, in the midst of a crisis, how can we be so cruel? But fortunately, that's just one side of the coin. We humans have stayed together, even at a distance, through our toughest times. We have moved forward, adjusted, and keep on fighting and finding hope in the darkest moments. We have found ways to communicate with each other, to learn, to create, and to spend our time. It's so inspiring to see people share their struggles and how they deal with them. It gives us so much hope to see all the doctors and public workers in the front lines, still working, still putting all their energies into providing care. It's uplifting to see communities come together. YouTubers, artists, creators, celebrities, everyone spreading their message and donating for further research and help for those in need. We keep on fighting, struggling through our doubts, our fears, and our issues, now more present than ever. And it is extremely beautiful how we humans, who have gone through the unimaginable, keep on fighting decade after decade, century after century. It is beautiful how we won't give up, because after all, that's what life is about. And time again, we will overcome this, I'm sure. With all this happening, fear and panic are not strangers to our condition, but we have to learn to do what's best for everyone. Spreading misinformation and saying things to scare people is only worsening the already difficult times we're in. This will pass in the same way that every other world pandemic has passed. However, COVID-19 is different from its predecessors. We have never been in such good condition as a planet to treat a virus. The technological advancement that has happened in the past decades is simply astonishing. The quick flow of information and collaboration between countries has made treatment much easier around the globe. Medical professionals from Argentina and so many other places have had a great time frame for them to train and talk with doctors from places such as Italy, who have more experience and data to manage the patients. So while all these people risk their lives and the lives of their families for the rest of us to be safe, what should we do? Yeah, I know, you probably already heard this thousands of times, but it really is all we can do. Stay home, follow the WHO's instructions, and stay safe. Never has it been this easy to act for the greater good. And granted, in our country especially, there are lots of people who don't even have a home to spend the day in. So with more reason, if you are able to stay home, do it. There's no excuse not to. So meanwhile, we will keep struggling because that's what we do best. When this is over, we will celebrate and hug and mourn, and the world will be different and the little things might seem brighter. And in no time, this will only be a faint memory, a story we tell the future generations, a story of global union, a story of fighting, but in the end, a story of hope. In the meantime,
quédate en casa.
please stay at home.
Quédate en casa. Fica em casa.
State in casa.
Restez chez vous.
Restez chez vous. Ne sortez pas. Ne sortez pas. Restez chez vous.
Restez chez vous, s'il vous plaît.
etxean geratu.
Yo me quedo en casa.
Wave Beats Music.